If you do this one thing, coach is going to keep you on the bench. You know what that is? Hey team, Coach Riley here, 6 a.m. practice. First off, I got a book recommendation here for you off the back shelf. The 17 Indisputable Laws of Teamwork. John C. Maxwell, guy's a genius. Get it, read it, audiobook, it'll help. So I'm going to talk about the 9 laws of sports. I don't care what game you play. If you're a C team, I don't care if you're getting ready to go D1 with the full scholarship. The laws of sports apply across the board. They're fundamental unwritten rules of the game, right? And if you understand these nuances of athletics, you're going to go much, much further than the average person does, because the average person just plays the game. The champions know the details, and I'm going to break down the details, the mental aspect, the game inside the game with the 9 laws of sports. Law number 1, the law of practice. Okay, so if you're a kid and you start playing sports, going to practice is the most exciting time. The team that practices harder than the other teams, that's who's going to win the games. If you've ever been out conditioned by another team, you have no chance of winning. And they got that way during practice, okay? That's how championships are won. The game is just where you pick up the trophy. Law number 2 is the law of the bench. So listen, I'm going to tell you something right now. If you do this, I guarantee you coach is not going to play you. Coach, can I go in the game? Coach, can I go in the game? Coach, I haven't gone in yet. Listen, coach knows you're on the bench, and you're on the bench for a reason. Maybe don't pay attention in practice. Maybe he knows you've been talking to your friends here on the bench. You guys haven't been paying attention to the game, and so he's just not going to put you in. Law number 3, the law of the game. Listen, if you've ever made a buzzer beater or you've ever scored the winning touchdown or the winning goal, if you've ever done that, you know there's nothing like it. But there are aspects to the game that you got to pay attention to. For example, if you're playing a fast team, and you can control the pace and play a slow game, and you take them out of their element, you have a better chance of winning. The law of the offseason. Listen, the offseason is where you make all of your gains. You can lift weight, you can get conditioning. You don't want to be in the middle of a season and getting personal records in the bench press, because now you're so sore when you go to play the game, you can't function at the level you're supposed to, right? So off seasons are where champions are made. That's where you go from good to great. And if you've ever had an off season where when you come back and people haven't seen you all summer and they're blown away, like, dude, what have you been doing? What have you been eating? Look at you, man. That is one of the best feelings in the world. Law number 5, the law of nutrition. Listen, I don't know how many of you guys eat crap food and then expect to become a high caliber athlete. I love McDonald's, but you know, if you're an athlete, you shouldn't be eating it, right? Soda, junk food, hamburgers, pizza, everything in moderation. But if you're going to McDonald's after practice all the time and it's one of your staple meals, like if you walk in and they know what you want to eat, you're eating too much. What you eat will determine whether or not you make it to the next level. And again, I'm not saying you got to eat expensive. You can eat properly on the cheap. You just got to do it with intent. Learn the nutrition aspect and you'll be light years ahead of the average athlete, because they don't pay attention to any of that. Law number 6 is the law of consistency. Consistency is the only true way to success. And I'll get deeper into that. Consistency gives you momentum. Momentum gives you progress. Progress gives you results. It's a very difficult habit to learn, but once you harness that power, once you can be self-disciplined, you can do anything in the world. Law number 7, the law of momentum. There's specific aspects to momentum, how to get it, how to keep it, how to break another team if they have the momentum is such a huge thing in sports. And I'm going to teach you how to harness that power, all of it. The law of the team. The team is made up of 2 parts, teammates and coaches. Now within that team, there's going to be individuals with their own agenda, right? This guy wants to go to college, so he needs high stats. So he's going to shoot the ball. You think he's a ball hog. So if you feel that's a detriment to the team, you got to figure out, how do I work with this guy so the team functions as a better unit? You guys can actually get done what needs to get done, which is a championship plus great stats for everybody. So colleges are looking at you when teams function as teams should. They become dynasties. Finally, the last law, the law of winning and losing. How you treat winning and how you treat losing will determine whether you become a better winner. Because if you can lose and take that losing and turn it into something positive for you, there's nothing that can stop you. Because when things are going good, people are more likely to do things. It's the people who have losses and failures and harness good out of those losses and failures. Those are the difference makers. Those are the ones who you see going to the next level. So those are the 9 laws. If you apply those in your sports career, I guarantee you, you'll go farther than the average person, because the average person is just on the team to be on the team. And if you apply these 9 laws of sports to your athletic career, I guarantee you, you're a coachable player, and all coaches at all levels of the game are always looking for players who are coachable.